and burneth up his enemies round about.
Those wildfires right there, like Officer Samson was alluding to. Hey, the earth heating up. Okay, but who's doing that? That's Christ doing that. That's our Savior doing that for us. Come on. Iceland been getting the business for like 3 weeks straight. At one point, it was 1,400 earthquakes. Then it was like 700 something, 100 or something. Hey, they must have did some stuff that we ain't see.
They got some wickedness going on.
And trembled. They don't understand why these storms are taking place in the winter. Because it never happens. But God said it's going to happen in these last days. This is the World Weather Report brought to you by the Writings on the Wall radio show. All right, let's get into it. What we got?
UN Weather Agency says 2023 is the hottest year on record. Warns of further climate extremes ahead. All
right, turn the reader's mic up just a little bit. Let's read that, please.
Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The UN Weather Agency said Thursday that 2023 is all but certain to be the hottest year on record, and warning of worrying trends that suggest increasing floods, wildfires, glaciers melt, and heat waves in the future. The World Meteorological Organization also warned that the average temperature for the year is up some 1.4 degrees Celsius or 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit from pre-industrial times, a mere 1/10 of a degree under a target limit for the end of the century as laid out by the Paris Climate Accord in 2015. The WMO Secretary General said the onset earlier this year of El Nino, the weather phenomenon marked by heating in the Pacific Ocean, could tip the average temperature next year over the 1.5 degree or 2.7 degree Fahrenheit target cap set in Paris.
So what you're seeing the earth get hotter and hotter as the years go on, as the months go on. Well, the Most High is preparing for his son's return. When Christ comes, you already know it's going to be very, very warm. It's going to be very, very warm. And that, to kick it off, to destroy the earth, that warming is going to be those nukes.
That's right.
All right, so don't forget about that. But they're starting to take note. Hey, IT, this just came to my mind real quick. See if you can find an article that says that the earth has been spinning faster. All right? Get me that real quick. Did anybody have anything? Because I got something to say on that. Anybody got anything real quick? Go ahead, officer.
Yes, sir. Because these days and time that the earth is wet, the Most High God, he looking upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he see all the evil that's going on the earth. Give me Psalms 104 and 32. Because the Most High, he ready to come back, but he waiting on the Most High God to tell him, hey, son, it's time.
Right.
That's when he can leap down and do his thing on this earth. Let's read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 32. He looketh on the earth.
See, when the Most High God looketh on the earth, read.
And it trembleth.
And it's trembled because, good. Oh, Lord, he's coming back today, read.
He toucheth the hills. And they smoke.
And that's what you see all these fires, because just by touching the earth going to burn up, because all his anger for all the sin that's going up on the earth, he going to burn it up.
Hey, you've been seeing fire. You've been seeing volcanoes. You've been seeing all of that, officer. Hey, did y'all find that for me? You did? Okay. Oh, y'all are all right. IT's all right. They cooking right now.
They cooking
Samson's
with grease.
cooking too. You know, Samson's starting off with a good precept. All praise. Yeah. What you got? What you got? Yeah. What's the date on this, please? 22? I think it was one. Read that. See if you can find one more recent, though, but read that.
Earth is spinning faster than usual. But why? What experts say after shortest day ever?
Right, after shortest day ever. So the earth's getting hotter. It's the plagues that the Most High is sending to this earth.
Right.
You see right there, the days are getting shortened.
Right.
What was that, Matthew 24, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Give me that script real quick in Matthew 24. So as we get closer to the date, the Most High, he's making things very obvious, right? He's making things very easy to be understood as long as you're what? In that secret place. As long as you're dwelling in the scriptures. The people who are contrary to Christian church, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, Nation of Islam, we love you. We love you, brothers and sisters, but y'all have to realize that this Bible is the true book.
That's right.
You have to realize that. And it's not to put down anybody, but you got to come back to your heritage.
That's right.
All right, God gave us this book. Read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 22.
Go ahead.
And except those days should be shortened.
Right, except those days should be short. And guess what? The Lord doing that for us.
That's right.
All of our people that's caught up in these religions, all right, whether it be Christianity, Islam, you understand that God is shortening these days for his people.
Right.
Go ahead.
There should no flesh be saved.
There shall no flesh be saved. Go ahead.
But for the elect's sake.
For the who?
Elect's sake.
Come on.
Those days shall be shortened.
Who's the elect? Isaiah 45 and 4. For those who are new. All right. You got to understand God is literally shortening the days so we can have a chance.
That's right.
Because this earth is very, very, very wicked.
Yes, right.
Okay. This earth is very wicked. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect.
So the Lord is doing this for our sake. All right?
That's right.
So when we see these plagues, when we see the signs of the times, understand that's for us to get a clue, rearrange our lives. It's also called repentance. Get our lives right, and apply these commandments.
That's right.
Hey, let's keep it rolling. We got a lot in the weather report today. What else we got?
Ukraine storm death toll rises to 10. Thousands rescued in the south.
Right. Ukraine storm death toll rises to 10. Go back. I'm sorry. I was recapping it. To 10. It says thousands rescued in the south. Read that part right there. Worsening.
Worsening weather in Odessa, Kharkiv. Mykolaiv and Kyiv have put pressure on emergency services, already overstretched by war.
Come on. So they're getting it from both sides. They already getting hammered by Russia. All right, and the Most High sending plagues on them through the storm as well.
Right.
That's right.
All right, watch this.
10 people have died in Ukraine as icy storms of snow and rain swept in from the Black Sea, crippling infrastructure, blocking roads, and cutting power. The country's interior ministry said the record-breaking storm has slashed swaths of the country since Sunday, leaving thousands of settlements in the affected region without power and taxing an already overworked energy grid.
Hey, watch this real quick. I gotta give me the 13th tribe book. It should be in on demand. Give me that real quick, because a lot of people forget those Ukrainians. Hey, a lot of those people are Amalekites.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay?
yes,
The ones that pretend to be us, all right? Stolen identity, right?
Bring it out.
These is their cousins in them. This is them
Right.
here. So don't think for 1 second, most I don't know what he's doing. All right, you got that? All right, read that.
Arthur Koster's The 13th Tribe. The book traces the history of the ancient Khazar Empire, a major but almost forgotten power in Eastern Europe, which in the Dark Ages became converted to Judaism. Khazaria was finally wiped out by the forces of Genghis Khan, but evidence indicates that the Khazars themselves migrated to Poland and formed the cradle of Western Jewry.
All right, read the first page. Do me a favor, blow it up a little bit and scroll down. I want the last paragraph, please. Start at what is in dispute.
What is in dispute is the fate of the Jewish Khazars after the destruction of their empire. In the 12th or 13th century, on this problem, the sources are scant, but various late medieval Khazar settlements are mentioned in the Crimea, in the Ukraine.
In the what?
In the Ukraine.
Come on.
In Hungary, Poland, and Lithuania.
And Lithuania. These are the so-called well, not they're not so-called. They are the Amalekites.
Right.
That's who they are. So go back to the article for me. So when they getting this pressure, when they getting these snowstorms, people dying, understand that's by design because of what they did to the children of Israel.
Right.
All right, go. Oh, I got one. Watch this. Watch this. Give me Psalms. I think we brung this out the other week, but I like it, so I'm gonna bring it out again.
That's right.
Give me Psalms 83 and verse 9. I want to start at verse 9. Watch this. Watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 9. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Syria, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison.
What is this talking about? This is going into destruction of other nations in times before. Now, when it says do unto them, who's the them he's talking about? Give me verse, what's that, 4?
Bring it on.
No, 6. Give me verse 6.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of who?
Edom.
Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
Read.
Of Moab.
Come on.
And the Hagarenes.
Verse 7.
Gabal and Ammon and Amalek.
And who?
And Amalek.
And Amalek. So we are to pray for what? The destruction of our enemies. Now read verse 11. Watch this.
Verse 11.
Come on.
Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna.
Come on.
Who said?
And who said? It says who said, meaning what? These nations said this about the children of Israel. Who we focusing on right now? Esau and Amalek. Right. Verse 12.
Verse 12.
Come on.
Who said, let us take ourselves the houses of God in possession.
And what?
In possession.
And that's what they did when they moved into our land in 1948.
That's right.
Understand, there's still a remnant of them where? In Ukraine. You understand? So we got to pray for that thing. Read verse 13. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind.
Right, as the stubble before the wind. It was a snowstorm. All right. Give me Job 37 real quick. Job chapter 37. All right, so when we see this, we rejoice.
That's right.
When we see this thing, we rejoice. Give me Psalms 37 and verse 9. Come on.
The book of Psalms.
Not Psalms, but Job. I'm sorry. It's Job chapter 37, verse 9. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 37 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Out of the south cometh the whirlwind, and cold out of the north.
And cold out of the north. And that's what you saw. You saw that snowstorm, that wind devour our enemies. It said the death toll was at 10 so far, but they recovered thousands. So you don't know. There still could be more, but understand, we're not boo-hoo crying when we see these things. And these things are happening every week, brothers and sisters.
That's right.
This should increase our faith. That's something.
Let me get Psalms 110, verse 5 and 6. Just to go with what Cap bringing out, like, remember in Ukraine when they was escaping, they wouldn't let they wouldn't let our people get on the train to escape. They put our people to where they had to stay there and suffer. Yeah, they held them back. So don't feel bad for these nations when God is giving them judgment for what they did to you. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 110 and verse 5.
Read.
The Lord at the right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
So when God is going through his wrath, this is what he promises is going to happen. He's talking about the kings of the other nations. Read.
He shall judge among the heathen.
Among who?
Among the heathen.
Read.
He shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
So every week we're going over dead bodies in other nations of people who have destroyed our people. Read.
He shall wound the heads over many countries.
Over many what?
Over many countries.
This is the prophecy that God has said going to happen, and it's going to happen, and we're going to bring it out every week.
That's right.
Hey, can we go back to Psalms 83 real quick, and I'm going to get back to you, Cap. Hey, on Psalms 83, 15. I want to read that, reader.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 15.
Read.
So persecute them.
So do what?
Persecute them.
Read.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
So you see, all right, the Most High is going to bring storms and persecution on this earth through his power. Read on. Hey, read the next one.
Verse 16. Fill their faces with shame.
And this is the purpose, to fill these nations with shame.
That's right.
Because you had on God's people in derision.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Read on.
That they may seek thy name, O Lord.
And everybody on this planet Earth is going to seek God's name. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, all praise to the Father.
That's
all
right.
praises. Hey, let's go to the next one. There's some more earthquakes, I think it was in Iceland.
Yeah.
Oh no, read that first. Read that one.
Lightning
Most
strikes
High
in
get down.
India's Gujarat kill 24. More rain predicted. Gujarat is not unfamiliar with rain-related calamities, but big rainstorms are not expected in the state during winter months. 24 people have died by lightning strikes, and about 23 injured in rain-related incidents in the Western Indian state of Gujarat. Over the past 2 days, government officials say, with rains continuing on Monday morning, the state was hit by heavy rainfall, accompanied by thunderstorms and hailstorms on Sunday and Monday, with some places receiving up to 144 millimeters, or 5.7 inches, of rain in the 24-hour ending Monday morning, according to the state government data. The rain caused damages to houses and loss of cattle across the state. At least 40 animals were also killed. Quote, "We will begin a survey soon to assess the loss suffered," Gujarat Agriculture Minister Rahavaji Patel said on Monday, adding that compensation will be paid to victims on the basis of the survey's results. The Indian Meteorological Department, or IMD, has forecast rainfall to continue in the part of the state on Monday.
So you see that it says they're now forecasting more rainfall to come to a place that doesn't rain in the winter.
Right.
Showing you that this is an act of God. Psalms 97, man.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, so hey, once again, brothers and sisters, what are we showing you? The Lord is visiting the earth. Give me, what was that? 2 Ezra 9 in verse 1. Read that one real quick, and then give me Psalms 97. Watch this. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. Then I want Psalms 97.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Come on.
He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before,
Come on.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he hath made."
And understand this. This is the highest. This is the God of all gods. So do you think that it's God literally doing this right now? I'm gonna show you something. Real quick.
Okay.
Because we normally go over, the voice of God.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
the voice of God. But is God really doing all of this bidding? Give me John 5 and 37. All right, because remember when we read Exodus, the 20th chapter, it talked about when the voice of the Lord was speaking, you heard thunderings and lightnings and things like that.
Right.
And that was the voice of the Lord, right?
Yes, sir.
John 5 and 37, read that.
The book of John, chapter 5 and verse 37.
Come on.
"And the Father himself, which hath sent me, hath borne witness of me.
Come on.
Ye have neither heard his voice,
You have neither what?
neither heard his voice.
You have what?
Neither heard his voice.
Come on.
At any time.
At any time. So he's saying that wasn't him in Exodus 20. That was Christ. That was Christ there the whole time. It's Christ visiting these earth with all of these tempests, with all of these thunderstorms, with all of these floods. That is literally the Son of God. Same way as he was the death angel.
That's right.
During the time of Pharaoh, he's doing his bidding. He's sending the plagues just like he did during ancient Egypt.
Hey, put the Captain Mattathias fire mode.
Oh, no, hey, bro, stay in the spirit. Hey, repent. Hey, stay in the spirit, brother. Stay in the spirit. Hey, you made me mess up my precept, bro. Give me Psalms 97, man. This brother right here, man. Psalms 97, give me verse. Just read that. Start at verse 1. Watch this, y'all.
The book of Psalms, chapter 97 and verse 1.
Come on.
"The Lord reigneth. Let the earth rejoice. Let the multitude of isles be glad thereof.
Come on.
Clouds and darkness are round about him."
So it's saying, hey, the Lord reigneth. So when we see these plagues, we ought to rejoice.
That's
Because
right.
we understand what's taking place. Read that again.
Bring it up.
"The Lord reigneth.
Come on.
Let earth rejoice. Let the multitude of the isles be glad thereof."
Hey, we see Benji out there. We see Levi. We see Simeon out there.
All
Hey,
praise,
y'all
all
need to
praise.
rejoice in the Caribbean too.
right.
Come on.
So
Verse
they
2.
rejoicing, Cap. They rejoicing.
All right, go ahead.
Especially Benji. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. "Clouds and darkness are round about him.
Uh-huh.
Righteousness and judgment are the habitation of his throne.
Read.
A fire go out before him.
Uh-huh.
And burneth up his enemies round about."
Those wildfires right
Yes,
there, like
sir.
Officer
Bring it up.
Samson was alluding to. Hey, the earth heating up.
That's right.
Okay, but who's doing that? That's Christ doing that. That's
That's
our Savior
right.
doing that for us.
Bring it up.
Come on.
Right.
His lightning.
His what?
His lightning.
His lightnings. Come on.
enlighten the world.
Uh-huh.
The earth saw.
They saw it.
and trembled.
And trembled. And trembled. They don't understand why these storms are taking place in the winter.
Right.
Because it never happens. But God said it's going to happen in these last days.
That's right.
So giving all praise to Most High and His Son, Jesus Christ, for that thing right there.
All praise.
All praise. Officers, you had anything?
Yes, sir. Let me back to that article. It was bringing out that people were dying from getting electrocuted by lightning. You got to think about that thing. That's very specific. That you just get shocked or get killed by lightning. Give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 11.
Bring it out.
This is showing you the power of God, that it was specifically designed to put those people to death specifically with that lightning. Read it.
Right.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 11.
Read.
Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord.
The what?
The terror of the Lord.
If you ain't being afraid that you getting killed by lightning,
Right.
that's some terrible fear right there. It's showing you the power of God. Read.
We persuade men.
We do what?
We persuade men.
This is why Captain is bringing it out. Every week we bringing out these things to show you and persuade you the power of the Lord that we need to repent. Read on.
But we are made manifest unto God. And I trust also are made manifest in your conscience.
Because these things should bring to your conscience that, dang, all of these things happen across the earth and people in other nations are getting judged. I need to turn back to the Lord.
That's right. All praises. You all right. You all right. Hey, let's keep it rolling, IT. The weather report is on fire right now. Read what you got.
Iceland volcano. 120 earthquakes strike at Grindavik. Anticipate imminent eruption.
Bruh, I'm going to tell you something right now. Iceland been getting the business for like 3 weeks straight. At one point, it was 1,400 earthquakes. Then it was like 700 something, 100 or something. Hey, they must have did some stuff that we ain't see.
They got some wickedness going on.
You understand? That's crazy. Hundreds. Earthquakes by the hundreds. Let's go back to the article.
Around 120 earthquakes have rocked the area surrounding the town of Grindavik as they await a likely eruption. Report the Icelandic Met Office.
And we went over that last week, you know, how the earthquakes and the volcanoes, they work hand in hand with each other.
Right.
Go ahead.
It comes as the exact location for an eruption has been revealed by the Icelandic Met Office, which says it, quote, is still considered likely.
Come on.
As experts at the Icelandic Met Office have issued a key update after a study of data from GPS stations and satellite images showed an uplift continues in the area of Savarsingi, north of Grindavik. The Met Office stated that the eruption is still considered likely as the magma inflow continues, adding that the highest likelihood for an eruption is in the middle part of the dike between Hedgefall and Silingerfell.
Right.
Earthquake activity has also led to the deepening of the port at Grindavik, according to RUV. The change in depth is because of the earthquakes, impact, and the port manager, Singoria Anar Christomunason, he told RUV the dock seemed to have sunk by 20 to 30 centimeters.
Right. Real quick, let me get Proverbs 3 and 25. So what you're seeing, say the earthquakes happening in Iceland, the lightning strikes. Thinking about lightning strikes, they're hitting people directly, right? So we hear lightning strike all throughout our life, right? So we are able to live this far. Just thinking about how it's killing people, earthquakes happen in hundreds within nights and stuff like that. So we got to think. When we see these earthquakes, these different types of things, disasters going on in this world, that's God letting us know Christ is coming back soon, right? Read that real quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear.
Don't be afraid when these things are going on. Don't be afraid. Read on.
Neither of the desolation of the wicked.
And that's what we got to pray for. There's always going to be destruction of the wicked and the salvation of the Israelites. Come on.
When it cometh.
Read.
For the Lord shall be thy confidence.
And that's what he's letting you know. With the show light writings on the wall, we're letting you know what this weather report is letting you know that the end is coming. We're living in the last days. Read on.
That's right.
And shall keep thy foot from being taken.
So that's what we got to do is stay focused, stay engaged, family.
Hey, did you just plug our show on our show?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I think
I've never seen that before. I've never seen it.
All praises.
I think that just happened. All praises.
So you got Iceland over there getting the business week after week. What else we got, IT? There's another one, right? There's another article. Should be one more. Oh, I forgot about that one. Read that one. There should be one
apart.
after this too, right? Yeah, read that one.
Minutes apart. Earthquake swarm strikes Pakistan, New Guinea, and Xinjiang.
Hey, all praises. Get the most
praises.
round of applause for that thing. Read
Give it
that.
to him.
Go ahead.
The 3 earthquakes in different countries occurred in the early hours of Tuesday. An earthquake of magnitude 4.2 jolted Pakistan on Tuesday, as reported by the National Center for Semiology.
What would that say? Semiology? Scroll back.
Seismology.
Okay, all praise. You all right. You all right. That's all right. Hey, hey, one more. Get the last one for the sake of time and put that one up. All right. Read that. Yes.
Climate collapse in real time. UN head Antonio Guterres urges COP22 to act.
28. COP 28.
COP
That's all right.
28 to act.
But you got a good radio voice. So
Right.
you all right. You gonna be all right. So COP 28 says COP 28 is talking about, you know, this the meeting for the climate so-called crisis.
Right.
All right. You know how they're cracking down on farming. How they're saying
Right.
you can't have too much livestock
Right.
because it
Right.
releases emissions and all this garbage.
Right.
All right. What they're really trying to do is bring forth famine.
Right.
All right. So the curses could take place. Oh, not the curses, but the plagues can take place.
That's right.
All right. So they're meeting and they're noticing all of these plagues that are taking place. It's not a climate crisis. It's literally the Lord causing these things to happen.
That's
And
right.
they're trying to make
Right.
sense out of it.
Right.
Right. So go back and read some of that real quick. I want a point I want to make. Go back to it, please. All right, read that.
We are living through climate collapse in real time. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has told COP28 delegates in Dubai. He spoke at the launch of the World Meteorological Organization's stark state of the climate report, which said 2023 will be the hottest year ever recorded. This year has seen communities around the world pounded by fires,
Pounded by fires. All praises. Come on.
floods, and searing temperature, and the impact is devastating. Guterres said, record global heating should send shivers down the spines of world leaders, and it should trigger them to act.
Right. It should send shivers. That's
right.
It should send shivers. Oh, you know what? I had one scripture. Now I got 3. Wow.
That's right.
I got 3 of them.
Well, you
Out,
better
bring
bring
it
them out.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. Give me, I'm at 2 is in Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 8:14, and I want Isaiah 13:2. Then I want to go back to Wisdom of Solomon 16. Watch this. Because he said, when they see this, it should send shivers down the spines of world leaders.
That's right.
All right. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 2.
Okay. 8, verse 14.
Sorry, Kat.
Damn.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. 8, verse 14. Come on.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 14.
Come on.
I shall set the people in order.
Right. That's what you just saw this past weekend in New Orleans.
Right.
The Most High set us in order in front of the people. Come
That's
on.
right.
And the nations,
And the what?
and the nations shall be subject unto me.
Right. I think Bishop burned this out not too long ago. You know, when you're at camp, right, you could be teaching a black, a Judite, and you could be teaching an Edomite, right? And you bring out Revelations 1 and 14, and you say, hey, Christ is a black man. The black brother going to say, what does it matter if Christ is a black man?
right.
The white dude going to be like,
Oh, shoot.
damn,
He gonna
Christ
be
is a
like,
black
oh,
man.
shoot.
That means I'm going into captivity. Automatically. Read the verse again. Watch this.
Verse
He already
14.
get it, yep.
I shall set the people in order.
Come on.
And the nations shall be subject unto me.
Watch this.
Horrible tyrants.
Horrible what?
Horrible tyrants.
Those tyrants are the world leaders. That's what it's talking about. Come on.
Shall be afraid.
They shall be what?
Afraid.
Come on.
When they do but hear of me.
When they hear that Christ is a black man, they're going to be terrified. And then they're going to put 2 and 2 together.
And be like-
These black brothers and Hispanic brothers on the streets, they keep prophesying against America, about destruction, about World War III. They keep prophesying about pestilence, about famine,
Right.
about all of these wildfires. Wait a second. I've noticed an increase in all of this. It has to be them.
Right.
And that
Yeah.
puts fear in them. Isaiah 13 and 2. Watch
Bring it
this.
out.
Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter
Yeah.
13,
Yep.
verse 2. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 2.
Watch this.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
That's what we're doing. We're lifting up the banner, which is this Bible, upon the high mountain in Babylon. Come on.
Exalt the voice.
And that's what we're doing. We're exalting the voice. We're crying aloud. We're
That's right.
sparing not. Go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand,
Shake the hand.
that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Come on.
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
Read.
I have also called my mighty ones.
His what?
My mighty ones.
His
right.
mighty ones. To do what?
For mine anger.
For his anger. To do what? To give them the plagues.
Right.
To give them the wildfires. To give them the tornadoes and the earthquakes. Come on.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
Even them that rejoice in his highness. Now, Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 16.
Bring it out.
All right, because they're worried about this quote-unquote climate crisis. This is nothing but plagues and scourges. That's all it is. Read what you got. Wisdom of Solomon 16, 16.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 16.
Come on.
For the ungodly.
For the what?
For the ungodly.
That's just talking about the nations that's feeling the wrath of God.
That's right.
Read it again.
For the ungodly.
Come on.
That denied to know thee.
That what?
That denied to know thee.
That, you know what? An example of denying to know God is when you give the world a white image of Jesus Christ.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
You understand?
Yep.
When you agree to put the children of Israel in slavery,
Right.
the sub-Saharan slave trade,
Nope.
the transatlantic slave trade, when they expelled us from Spain, you understand, the Inquisition, all of those nations that agree with that, that is an example of denying the one true God. Read it again from the top.
Verse 16. For the ungodly that denied to know thee.
And when Pope Alexander the fifth, Pope, the fifth, when he signed the papal bull to put us in slavery.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Come on.
Were scourged by the strength.
They were what?
Scourged by the strength of thine arm.
Come on.
With strange rains.
With what?
Strange rains.
With strange rains. Meaning what? It ain't supposed to be raining in wintertime.
Right.
But God still let it rain and lightning in India.
Bring it on.
Read.
Hail.
Hails.
And showers. Were they persecuted?
Were they what?
Persecuted.
Come on.
That they could not avoid.
There's nothing y'all could do to stop this thing.
That's right.
Come on.
And through fire.
And with what?
Fire.
And with fire. Come on.
Were they consumed.
Were they consumed. All praises to the Most High.
That's right. Crazy. That's right.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word, his word.